No, 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 no. There we are, and we're loud as we've ever been. I bet you can hear me now. Okay, what'd we do? Because this is crazy how we have problems with this software every time.
I'm gonna watch a video.
Okay, watch your video, Becky. You got homework.
I know.
Okay, so we're still on time. It's 2 till, guys. It's 2 till, so we can still fool around. We got on early enough to work out the kinks.
Hello, hello.
Hey,
Hello?
hey. What'd you do, Rebecca?
I went to that screen.
What does that mean?
That means
Okay.
that we can see that one and that one.
But how did that get our mic working?
I don't know. I don't ask questions.
All right. Okay, it's 7 o'clock, guys.
Did you get the paper?
Jump right into it. No, you could see if it printed off.
Okay.
We've got your questions coming out. Yeah, we got this. Well, YouTube is making us use this. You can't just go live through YouTube anymore. You have to go through a third party, and we're I guess still working that out. And now we just found out today you have to pay for it, like $450 a year. So that was quite the surprise today. But today's been all full of all kinds of surprises. So put it in the chat. What has surprised you today? What speed bumps or detours have come your way today? Jonah, what speed bump or detour has come our way?
The turkey shot, having to fix the wheels, not getting chores done till like 12. A lot of things.
Yeah. Okay. It's been one of those days. We've had plenty of detours. Look, you guys say it. I'll shout you out. Give us a detour or a roadblock or a speed bump that happened to you today.
What was yours?
Amy says that's a lot. Yeah, we've lived a lot of life today.
I felt like today's been 2 days.
Yep. And then, okay, so Zoom again. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we're still working. Okay, 115 degrees in the coupe and the movable AC not working property. That's Raymond. Raymond, thank you for sharing that. So sorry about that, dude. Speed bump. Dumb chicken did not want to go in. One runs, they all run. Oh my gosh. They don't call him chicken for nothing. That's Anita Johnson. Thank you guys for sharing that. Hey, let's be laid back. Let's relax. We've probably all been busting it today. Amy Lind found 2 of her pullets have crossbeak. Ken, Island Homesteader, man, that was an awesome video you did inside the eye of the hurricane. That was so fun on Island Homesteader's video. The amazing difference between being in the eye of the hurricane, the calmness of it. You panned up with your camera and you could see the sky, and then 20 minutes later you show the wind, and it was just absolutely amazing. So thank you for sharing that video, Ken, and staying there. Okay, Quentin, work is my biggest speed bump. Yeah. Who worked today? Quentin, we know Quentin worked. Who had to go to work today for somebody else? Who had to go to work? So Lara says, first time recording for our new YouTube channel. She's a YouTuber today. Good for you, Lara. I hate to be that guy, but we have had a great day. No, Dale, you be that guy. Every day is a good day. And if you don't think so, as Zig Ziglar would say, try skipping one of them. You can't do it, right? Okay. I had to start the day without a new roads video. Oh no! What do you do on the weekend, Brian, without our videos? Stan, breakfast at the Lake of Ozarks. Good. Raymond, and I'm glad somebody just had a great day. I'm glad somebody's looking at it that way. Anita, talk about incentive for getting the rest of what I need for my Premier One fence. I need the Energizer little by little. Yep. Sometimes problems get us going. All right.
Okay, wait. Somebody else's father-in-law is in the hospital with cancer treatment complications. That's Morris Mountain Farm. I'm really sorry about that. That's awful. And then Tanya is remodeling and taking down walls, only to find drywall has holes every 2 feet across and 3 feet tall, all the way around, plus glue all over. We have to scrape. Again, I'm really sorry about that. And then someone wants to know how your dad's doing.
He's good. We went over there yesterday to pick up a trailer, and he's doing good. He stepped out on the porch to watch us. He's pretty much homebound, but he's home. He's not in the hospital. He's stable. He hadn't had any heart, blood pressure issues in a week.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's get on with the show. So sorry we couldn't have the Hollars tonight. The Hollars were planned for tonight. If you're here because you thought the Hollars were going to be here, I'm so sorry. They canceled on us. They said they were tired from their trip. They just went to the convention, and then they are sick. They're a little bit sick, so we scheduled them again for October 6th, so the next webinar. So we're going to have back-to-back guests there. As they say around here, Lord willing and the creek don't rise, because you never know what will happen. All right, Justin and Rebecca. Bonnie, and I love being a part of your journey. Yes, thank you. Thank you for being a part of the journey. There's Adam. Adam's in the house. We know it's going to get cheeky tonight. Bonnie, and I love being part of your journey. We have been with you since before the bus, so we feel like part of the family. From what we can see, you are great parents. I will say this. You get a 20-minute movie. There are 23 hours and 40 more minutes of the day. We were real parents, just like anybody else. Ask Ken. He's been here and visited us. Guys, our children are not perfect. We're certainly not perfect parents. Sure, we involve the kids, and that is a strength. We involve the kids. We let them make mistakes and fail, and we support them in that. And we let them try their ideas, and we try not to say that you can't do that or we can't work. And so we have some strength, but we also have our weaknesses. So I only say that to say, don't look at us and feel like we're these perfect parents and be defeated. But just see the good and just know that we are real, okay? But nobody really wants to tune in to see. They're not tuning in for that. They're tuning in for the homesteading and, well, the whole premise of our show is we are a family working together to grow our own food, okay? So we try to stick with that, and most people enjoy that. So
It's mine.
From what we can see, okay, we especially loved Lily's birthday video when the family took turns expressing her special attributes. What a blessing and a great example for your children. So, for those of you who don't know, on birthdays, we bless the birthday person. Just means, I don't know where we started that tradition, but we just say something nice about the birthday person. I want you guys to raise your, to say in the chat, if you guys do that or are gonna start doing that. That would just be amazing if we could get one person to say, let's start doing that. And just at the birthday, that's the freest gift, but sometimes the most kindest gift you can give somebody, and say a good thing about them. It probably goes back to when we were very broke. And we could only give something that was already in the house. Remember when the kids would just wrap crazy stuff that we already owned and give it to us?
We would get them a gift for their birthday.
Yep.
But I think that
But if you feel like you wish you could have given them more, you can at least give them a good word. So Rebecca, you check the chat and tell us if people are doing that.
People are loving that we're real. And Adam says Jonah is perfect.
I'm not.
I'm not, he says. I'm not.
I might be on the show, but
I might be on the show.
Yeah.
No, we try to show some of it. I mean, we're not perfect, so it's.
But nobody is tuning in to see us fuss at our children.
And with 500,000 people following or 60,000 people viewing a video, somebody's gonna get the wrong idea. So we just keep it to the context of the premise of the show.
Yeah. Ken says the evidence of your parenting skills is the character of your children.
Aw, thank you, Ken. Thank you, Ken.
you.
That makes us feel better as imperfect parents. That makes us feel better. Thank you, buddy. Okay, so thank you for that kind word starting off the bat. That's encouraging. We're having a fun night tonight. We have a good garden, orchard, vineyard-based homestead in Florida, but feel as if chicken egg layers will be our next big step. Okay, that was probably part of that first one, but good. Mm-hmm. Good. I think chickens are
and that goes with it too.
Step 1 or 2 for sure. Background. Our rainy season, June, September, including hurricanes, can be abundant. We have 40 in June and July alone, normally 20 inches. So pay attention to this, Ken. You might be able to help this person because you're in hurricane country. And our land has a high water table and water can stand. We have some video documentation on our Wild Coffee Homestead channel. If it helps you visualize our unique property. Is Adam getting cheeky?
Can't type. It's so
There
far
it
away.
is. I don't know what. We need to get a new mic. Okay, I think it's our mic, guys. Thanks for letting us know as soon as it goes out, because we would just keep yapping on.
I
know.
Okay.
We are planning some earthwork this winter, combining both ponds and swells to help. Chicken question. I am concerned standing water may limit chicken ranging. I'm thinking about using a static coop run for home base and then a mobile system during the dry season. Am I crazy? Yes. Can you guide me, Uncle Justin? What should I consider, avoid, and plan? Yeah, absolutely. That sounds like a great plan, actually. You can have your chickens in a static run. We've got our chickens in a static run right now. There's no garden work for the garden chickens right now. Or there is, but we just can't get them out to it because we're just so busy. So there's no problem with a static run, but you have to promise me this. You can actually turn that static run into a compost corner and make it sanitary for those poor chickens. Give them the carbonaceous diapers, Joel Salatin calls it. If any animal cannot move and go on nature's sanitizer, which is fresh ground and sunshine, give them deep bedding. So you got to find a wood chip source. I don't know what kind of carbon material might be free down in Florida. If your town or whatever collects branches from after the hurricane or whatever, the palm tree leaves or whatever, put some deep bedding down. And if you have a small, I call them a herd because flock, posse, then you could buy wood shavings. I mean, if your animals are going to stay in one place, you got to do deep bedding, even in their outside run. And we're currently doing that, and it's worked great because when you need some compost, you just move some of the carbon to the side, dig the compost that's developed underneath. So this can actually be a great system. And actually, we're going to pretty much do this system because we're going to keep them in the holding area, in the compost corner. And then when we want the chickens out on a garden job, we're going to move them out on a garden job with a net. So you're essentially doing the same thing. So you're nailing it.
Okay. Cheryl asks, hi, Justin and Rebecca. Is there a particular reason you don't have goats on the farm?
I see you wanted to jump to that.
I did.
Don't get me started on goats.
I wanted to protect Cheryl's
I bet this is...
feelings because you might be mean.
No. I'll be nice. This is Adam disguised as Cheryl. He signed his name Cheryl. I know you did it, Adam. Every time now we're going to get a goat question. Okay. I don't have goats because goats have devil eyes.
Yeah.
And sheep fear
No.
brush.
No, for real. Okay. Goats would do a great job clearing things. But I found that our cows will clear things well enough. And then the cows get the big stuff, and then we can follow them with pigs. And I haven't seen the need for goats. Plus, if we got goats, we would eat goats. And
People really would not like
people
that.
might lose their brains. And so really, I don't feel like I need goats because we would not milk a goat, certainly, because we love cow's milk. We love the taste of cow's milk. I know if you drink fresh goat milk, it actually doesn't taste like goat hair. But if you wait 2-3 days, it tastes like you're drinking goat hair. So you got to drink it fresh. Cow's milk tastes better. It's easier to make better. We're coming to a realization with ourselves. We have room for cows, and even if we didn't have room for cows, we would get a Dexter. We could run it in that sheep pen we have. So I guess to help the audience here is goats could be good if you wanted a smaller animal to manage and you wanted milk. You didn't necessarily want to make cream, and you're fine eating them. Also, here's the problem with goats. Goats need half of their diet in browse to be truly at their peak of health, okay? So Rebecca's saying they need more than half. So 60%? No, I don't think it's that high. But anyway, they need that much browse. So ideally, my second permaculture teacher, Jeff Lawton, he would have goats, and he would put half the goats. He would move their paddock every week. Half of them it's on grass, and the other half is in wooded area. And then you move it every week. The problem with this, unless you have a lot of acreage, is by the time it takes a long time to recover the wooded area. Long time. Like years-ish. So to come back on that, unless you have a buttload of land, the goats are gonna eat you out of your homestead. So it's hard to source brambles for them unless you have them, and unless you're willing to eat them. So if we brought in goats, it would be to clear the land and then eat them when they're done with it. But we're happy with the cows doing it, and now sheep. Cliff Davis got rid of his goats. He had goats and pigs together on the Great American Farm Tour, and now he has gotten rid of them. And I said, "Where's the goats?" And he said, they're too much trouble. They get out. They're harder to keep in than a sheep. And he said the sheep will do just about as good as a goat eating the browse. So, and sheep taste better. I mean, goat's not bad.
And where his goats get
But
his
would
the
you
big
really
grain?
eat goat?
I
mean,
goat
you ate a
burgers.
burger, but would you eat whatever else you eat of a goat? All right.
I don't know. I'd have to
Uh,
I'd have to get some recipes on that. Some kind of who said it was what's his name? It was Cliff Davis. He liked goat curry or goat barbecue or something. I don't know. I'd have to find that.
Run of the mills chick question. We have just lost all our chickens to disease apart from apple cider vinegar. Can you recommend another natural vitamin or tonic?
I told him to check out Land of Havilah, Amy Fool's book.
Yeah.
She has an
Oh, you already
herbal book,
answered that. Okay.
and garlic.
Good. Okay.
Okay, next question. If you had to build your house in its current location, what features would you add to make your permaculture farm life easier? I'm building a house on hilly property next year, also going to with a barndominium. Thanks for all you do, Jeannie and DC. I would say the one thing that we would do different would be to get away from this public road. But I think we would, and maybe we would design our house a little different, and the barn downstairs would be different, probably. But I can't think that we would do too many things differently.
Yeah, if we were hunting a new land, say the neighbors developed it, and all of a sudden we've got 100 neighbors. We would find a place way off the road,
Yeah.
like can't see the road,
Yeah.
and not that this is a busy road,
Like have to drive
but
down
still, we like our privacy,
like a mile down our dirt road.
even
to get
with
to
or
the
without
road.
the YouTube, even with or without
Yeah.
people trying to find us, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I mean.
so think about privacy. We would have to have clean water. I think we would put the barn right next to our house, smack dab next to our house.
Yeah,
Not have to go
we
out to
would
weather,
maybe
not necessarily
do-
below.
We would maybe do house and then have the garage in the middle, all interconnected, and the barn on the other side of the garage. So you'd kind of walk through the garage to get to the barn. So maybe it wouldn't be right over you. But I can't think that we would do anything different other than the road.
It is convenient though, having with the footprint anyway, is having the barn downstairs.
Okay,
That
and
is kind of convenient.
our house is kind of in the middle of our property too,
Yeah,
which is nice.
that's nice. Yeah, you want to think about that. You don't want to put your house in the frost pocket. Our house actually is in the frost pocket, but we didn't have a design. You want to be 50 feet above the valley, which isn't that high, because the cold weather in the winter comes down and settles in the middle. You want to face your house. This is classic permaculture. This is classic intro to permaculture. You want to have your living room facing the south towards the sun, not the road. Don't face your house towards the road.
Yeah.
Face your living quarters, kitchen, living room towards the south, the warm side, and then put the bedrooms on the north side, the dark side, the cooler side. Doesn't that make much sense? And away from the frost pocket, and have your resources above you. So if you have a spring on the property, and you can't, build the house below the spring. Case in point, I have the Everflow water system. I have the ponds are above my animal system, so I can feed the animals from the ponds with gravity.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta.
Will you ever be doing, or have you ever done, a video on how to set up the electrical aspect of a Premier fence? We actually talked about this today, about doing that.
Yeah.
I think they're talking more about like the actual like energizer, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which, see, like he grew up doing this, so it's not like this hard thing. Whereas like for me, I'm like, I have no idea how to set it up. It's super confusing. Like I looked at the directions once on Premiere One's directions, and I was like, I have no idea.
Papa taught me how to do them. I
So-
feel like they're simple to me.
Yeah, it's simple once you know how to do it. So that's a video option.
Yeah. People are still going off on goats. And I think we have to realize, and I wanted to say this isn't necessarily related to goats, but grow what you like to eat. And even this year, we planted way too much spaghetti squash for the amount of spaghetti squash we want. And think about it realistically. How often do you want to eat spaghetti squash? Do you actually like the taste of goat? focus on things you like or can't get. We're focused heavy on meat because we cannot get the clean meat standard.
But
So
we have lots of veggies.
don't be afraid. If you only eat spaghetti squash twice a month and it will save for 6 months, that's 12 spaghetti squash. That's all you need. So that's like 3 or 4 plants.
Okay. You've probably answered this before. Can you tell us what size netting you're using around the farm now that you have so many types of animals using them?
Goodness.
100 feet?
Because they're all different. I
We
use
have
different
sheep
size
netting.
for sheep. Okay, so the best thing to do is I'll include this. I'll include the links to my kits in the show notes. I need to update the show notes before the show's over. I will do that, and so give me 5 minutes after the show, and you'll have the link to my kit. Or you could probably just go to kit.com and search for Justin Rhodes. And you'll need to go to the sheep section to see what we use for the sheep, pig section for what we use on the pigs, etc. for the chickens.
All right, next question is from Adam.
Oh boy,
Our
he
house,
admitted it.
our house has gotten hit a second time with herbicides.
Oh,
Of course, the Washington State Department of Agriculture says it's not harmful to us, but we don't believe that for 1 second. Where do you get reliable information on the truth about the dangers of herbicides and pesticides? Okay, so currently Google is doing like a censorship thing, and it's hard to get any information on natural stuff. So a good search engine that's different than Google is called DuckDuckGo, I think, or is it? Yeah, I think it's DuckDuckGo. It's something like that. And you could search, and there might be more information there on the pesticides. I'm guessing you probably don't know the exact pesticide, though, they are spraying. Or do you? I don't know, Adam. Maybe you can
and
tell.
does anybody else want to chime in on that for Adam and his pesticide issue on where to get reliable information?
Yeah, I mean, I think that if you know the pesticide, that's going to be a lot easier to know. But if you don't, there's so many pesticides out there.
What's an herbicide?
So DuckDuckGo, go there and search. It's interesting. I looked up something about treating a certain condition naturally on Google, and it was like all mainstream stuff. I went to DuckDuckGo, asked about the same condition, treating it naturally, and all the websites came up on them. So then also then you can do it. But there is also a test, the organic, it's called the oats test. It's by Great Plains Laboratory. They will test you for pesticides. They can like test your urine. So I don't know if you have like a natural doctor that you could go to ask them for the oats, the organic acid test, the oats test. And then maybe you could figure out if you are getting it, ingested. Okay.
Ken just linked my kit in the chat, so if you're here live, you can go get it there, and if you're watching this after the show, you can get it in the show notes. So thank you, Ken, for linking our kits.
Okay, then he wants to know, what are your must-haves as far as the property goes for finding a homestead? We have been forced to start over and want to get it right this time. What are your must-haves?
Oh, they're thinking.
That's Adam.
And this was probably meant because they thought the Hollars were going to be here.
Oh, did you think that, Adam? Or are you want us to answer it?
Should we answer that, Adam, or should we hold that until the Hollars are here in 2 weeks? Go on to the next one until we see what he wants.
This person is interested in a mini Jersey as their milk cow. We don't need much milk, but would love to make cheese, butter, yogurt, and ice cream. Happy dance. We are in our upper 60s and our pasture is very poor, and neither of us have owned or cared for a cow. Are we totally insane? What are your thoughts? You are not totally insane. Once you taste fresh milk, you will be like, why didn't we do this sooner?
I know, right?
And Adam said no. I don't know what that was. I don't remember what you asked.
You asked him if, did we ask? We forgot what we asked, Adam.
No,
we forgot.
I know.
Did we? What did we
Okay,
say?
he says you guys can answer.
You guys.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We forgot how we framed our question, Adam.
Okay, so I don't think you're totally insane. You should still rotate your cow, even though it is bad pasture, poor pasture. Feed hay because they need to obviously be getting food, even though the pasture is poor. I would do a mineral program of some sort. There are several different out there. It's like Free Choice Enterprise, and then there's the ABC Advanced Biological Concepts. That will help tremendously. You could do what is that seeding? The frost seeding? I don't know where you are, but there is a seeding that you do like in February when it's like the ground is thawing in the day but freezing at night, and you cast your seeds then. And it does, it helps a lot with seeding better things, seeding a better pasture. And the mini Jersey, the biggest thing I would look for is, how much milk do you want, and find out how much milk like the parents were giving and things like that. So then you can know, because like you think you don't want a lot of milk.
Yeah.
But then you want to make cheese.
I know, like,
do
are
you
we
want
even
a couple
making
gallons?
butter yet?
No,
We got 2 cows.
We
3
could
gallons
maybe
a day.
we could maybe make butter, but we also have 6 people, and there's only 2 of them, so you might be able to make more.
Grandpa likes to drink milk.
And we could actually make butter, couldn't we? Like, it's a time issue for us right now.
Yeah, no, it was a supply issue before because we were eating all our cultured cream.
Yeah. Let me answer this real quick because
Okay.
I can answer it real quick. Tracy Collins, would you think we should build our mobile sheep pen a little higher off the ground? It's 4 to 5 inches too high. So if you're referencing our mobile sheep pen, it depends. If you have no rams and you're not trying to keep a ram from a herd, then yes, I think you could get away with 4 to 5 inches. That's how big a cattle panel is anyway, and that's what you're keeping them in on. But if you're keeping a ram in, it's no more than 3 inches. Greg Judy told me 2 to 3 inches max. And we built ours on 3 inches. We have a 16 by 16 pen. I think I'm going to talk to Ben and put more wheels in the middle, because sometimes it does bottom out in the middle, but we're able to gird up our loins and drag it over the humps and get through, right, Jonah? At least I can. Now, if it had wheels in the middle, I think you or Mom or Lily or Josiah could even move it anywhere. All right, so go ahead, Rebecca.
Okay, do you want to answer the questions in there?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
try to answer in chat if I can.
How many hens could one rooster service comfortably if I were breeding Australorps? It's 10 to 1 is your ratio on rooster to hen, I'm pretty sure.
15 to 1.
15 to 1.
Wow.
Do you have any tips about setting and hatching eggs in an incubator? My biggest tip is to buy an incubator that you set it and forget it, and you don't have to turn the eggs yourself and stuff like that.
Okay.
They're more expensive, but like the first time we ever set an incubator, I got the flu like 2 days later, and I didn't even walk in that room for 10 days. And they hatched just fine. They didn't need me. But like if it was something where I had to like go in and turn the eggs 4 times a day and blah, 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 that would have been a nightmare. So that's my biggest tip.
Brian wanted to know, why are we only partially butchering? Because somebody did ask me, are you taking your pigs to the butcher, or are you doing it all yourself? So no, we're mixing it up. So we insist on killing on farm for the stress factor. We're going to kill them right where they're used to living. They're going to never know it's coming. These pigs only had 1 bad day, and that was castration. Their second bad day, they're not even going to know it happened. They're going to be dead and then in pig heaven. So you don't want to it's hard unless you're like Polyface and you move your pigs around a lot, move them in pig boards, get them in trailers, out of trailers, and they're not stressed out by it. It can be really bad that the animal would get stressed out before you kill them. And it can affect the taste of the meat. So we don't want to work so hard raising them and then stress the animal out and get tainted meat. So we insist on killing on farm. To partner with a butcher that way, though, you got to kill, then you got to skin, then you got to half, you got to gut, and you basically end up with two large carcasses, the pig cut in half. Jonah needs to see you.
Okay.
And why then am I not doing the cuts? Basically because I don't like it.
Well, we don't
and
have
I don't have the
time.
time. Some people really enjoy it. I think Art enjoys it.
Yeah.
Ben will probably enjoy it, but it's not my thing.
Well, there's several different reasons why people do it. One, if you're gonna preserve the meat yourself, if you're gonna chartreuse, I don't know how to even say it.
Yeah.
We
are keeping the belly,
curing it
because we want to make our own bacon, because nobody's gonna make it as
how
good
we
as
want
us.
it. Yeah, so we are gonna cut out the bacon, and we're gonna cure that here, and then of course we'll keep the organs and things of that nature that we're going to eat. And then too, that's another thing is time right now. We are just extremely pressed for time. This week I was like, I'm not going anywhere this week. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And then my whole week is completely filled.
That's one of the best things we ever did for our life and business is as soon as we got a foothold in our business, we started outsourcing things that other people can do and are better.
Yeah.
We had Mark, the mechanic, fix the trailer. I was thinking about fixing the trailer. I'm just in that mindset still. And I'm like, wait a minute, Mark can do that. So instead, Mark's working on the trailer. Yeah. He zip tied, he did all these things that I wouldn't even have thought to do. And I'm out there putting a shade on the luchador wrestling ring, building a turkey shawl for the guineas. By the way, I built a turkey shawl for the guineas in a half a day, guys, from 1 o'clock. I could not have hired that out. And I was creating content around that. I had the camera going, and that's something nobody could do. But I could get Mark to fix my trailer. And so then, therefore, Justin's more productive because he gets help. And we're filming. Go ahead.
No, go
We're
on.
filming permaculture. Finish this before the pigs go. Only I can go out there and teach permaculture pigs for the permaculture pigs course.
And then the other thing is the curing. If you're curing a ton of your meat, it makes no sense for you to send it to the butcher to be cut up. But me personally, I don't care for that style of meat. So I just want it in the freezer and cook it, So that's I would say the biggest reason. I mean, in time, the people that I know, and it's 5 pigs, y'all, 5 pigs.
I mean, if it was one guinea hog.
Yeah, if it was one guinea hog, that would be another thing.
It might not even worth it to drive the hour to the butcher. But, this guy does such a good job.
It would take us 3 or 4 days to cut this pig up, working at it all day, every day.
Yeah.
I just don't. I couldn't do that.
No. We had a workshop.
Yeah,
we did it. We've done the full-on thing, and we're thinking. And I went away from it thinking, I want to send it off to get the individual cuts. Not that I had a bad experience, but I was just like, this is not my thing.
Yeah.
I'll do it if I had to.
It's not my
I'll do
thing.
it if I come into a pinch. If I have to harvest one of these lambs and the butcher isn't got an opening because he's backed up.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
If we had 1 pig to do it.
That's right.
But 5 pigs is a lot.
All right.
Okay.
Boy, you hit a button there, I guess.
Okay.
Hey, Crystal. Welcome to the show.
Okay, what breed of chickens will you be breeding in 2020? Do you focus on hatching chickens only in the summer and spring, or are you hatching chickens year-round?
Definitely not hatching year-round.
Not. We might hatch some more Icelandics.
In the spring.
In the spring.
Yes.
But then to replace our layers, we will just order from a hatchery because that's easier.
But we won't have to next year. It should be that every other year you have to replace your layers.
I kind of like doing it every year because then we always have eggs.
You're gonna get irritable Justin come out.
I know, irritable Justin's about to come out.
It's Adam poking you under the tail. What do you mean eggs? The chickens produce good for 2 years.
No, they don't, because they molt, and then you miss out on eggs for a while.
See what you got me going through, dude.
I know, man.
After a day like today, too.
It wasn't that hard.
It's been. She's been working me from the dawn till dusk.
I was working out there with you.
Daniel's in the house.
Cleaning up the mess that is downstairs that I did not create.
Aaron or Rebecca came out for that.
Yeah, I did. I yelled. I got mad. I always do.
Yeah,
Every
but
time I get mad.
How many times have we cleaned up this basement?
Well, we've cleaned it like 5 or 6, 8 times.
Who's been following us for a long time? How many times have we cleaned out our basement? But you know what? When we showed you cleaning the garage, which I don't think we ever did, somebody said,
I did clean the
"Can
garage.
Rebecca come over?"
I cleaned the garage out in 2016. We vlogged that, me cleaning the garage out. But we didn't do as good of a job. Oh, Ken says, oh, here we go.
Ken, you done stirred it up. Somebody stirred it up.
Okay.
So wait, we're not done with this argument.
We're done. There's nothing more
I
to say.
want to just drive it to the ground. Okay. Oh, no, the point. Somebody said they want you to come clean their garage. You know what that's telling me, Becky? They got messy garages too.
Oh yeah.
All right, put it in the chat. Come on, we're all being honest and real. This is real talk with Justin and Rebecca. Do you guys have a messy garage and or basement?
I know.
I should say if we get a yes, I'll point the camera into our loft.
No, you're not.
She's not gonna let me do that. I don't even know if Ken's seen the loft, has he?
It's so awful, y'all. I can't live like this anymore. I say that all the time. I can't live like this. Well,
what is a
people
dream
have
life
said,
that you're dreaming of?
People have made comments that like, oh look, I have 2. Yes, yup.
Okay.
People have made comments about my house.
Absolutely messy, Raymond.
About how messy I keep my house.
You've had comments.
Yeah, people have said like.
Now that's rude. That's universally rude.
Somebody just moved in last week. No, it's somebody on their YouTubes.
Oh. Yeah, but they're hiding behind a screen. Okay, see, everybody's got a mess. Boy, the comments lit up.
I know.
So don't be embarrassed, Becky.
I'm not embarrassed. I just want things organized so that I can find stuff. That's all I want. I just want people to find spark joy.
The walk-in cooler is done. We're gonna use it with the pigs. We're harvesting the pigs the day before we have to take them because it's gonna be so much work. We're gonna harvest the pigs. That's Wednesday, guys. And then we're gonna put them in that cooler to keep them cool until the next morning. And guys, we're harvesting the pigs, and the next day harvesting bear. So that's another reason we be cutting up pigs, but we gotta dispatch bear too.
Okay.
So we got a lot going on.
We have so much going on. And Justin has got to talk to Jonah. Do you process and eat your old layers and roosters you breed, or do you just eat the Cornish cross? If you don't eat the old layers and roosters, what do you do with them? Pig food, ? Okay. So
Okay, it's fine.
we, in the past, have harvested our roosters and eaten them.
My garage looks like a cyclone. I'm sorry. You wanting to move on, aren't
Sharon Brown,
You're
but you
wanting to
have 4
move on.
kids. It's hard to keep everything. It is hard to keep
chat's
everything.
blowing up. Oh, it is, because it's like brushing your teeth with Oreos. It's like cleaning up with kids. I said to Ben, we're going into the stage of organizing our farm. And he said, you still got kids?
I know. I'm gonna put
You're
locks
saying,
on
forget
all
about
the
it.
things. I'm gonna
Forget
put
about
locks
it.
on all the doors downstairs, and no one will have the key.
Can I have
but
a
me.
key?
Me and you.
Oh, I got a key.
I'll let him have
I'm
a
out
key.
of trouble.
I'll let you have a key.
Okay.
But you better keep it clean.
Can I have a key?
Nope. Jonah didn't get a key. You didn't get a key.
Dang it.
Oh, what's he got to do to get a key?
I might give you a key to some things.
By the way,
Oh my
Jonah's drinking a kombucha
I'm actually drinking kombucha. I'm not drinking a Coca-Cola.
or a beer.
It looks more like a beer.
I guess the
Okay.
beer has the more long neck.
Yeah, it does. Stop. Okay.
You
So go back to the question. So right now we are feeding the roosters to the chickens because we're just
Wow.
or not to the chicken. We're feeding the roosters to the pigs, and that's mainly because we have so many roosters because we bought Straight Run. What are people saying?
Amy said it's next to. I'm sorry. Amy said it's next to impossible to keep it clean for 5 minutes.
I know it's so.
It is.
It's so maddening. Okay, but back to the question. We got 50 roosters. So when you get Straight Run, it's 50-50. 50 hens, 50 roosters. So we've had 50 roosters. Like, it's so much. So we gave some to Jason. We gave some to Ben. We have killed a bunch. We've harvested a bunch. Yeah. I mean, there's just so many. But in the past, when we have a normal amount of roosters, like, 8 or 10, we will process them and put them in our freezer and eat them. But right now, they're basically pig food. Okay, and Daniel Risen wants to know how we get Casey Neistat and his family to visit your farm. I don't think that's possible.
Oh, that would be fun, wouldn't it? I thought, I'll tell you a daydream. I should have made a movie called If Casey Neistat Were a Farmer, and then do a whole vlog his style, get his attention, but that's not gonna happen.
Shane says Justin is the
He
biggest
ain't going
Mexican.
he ain't going to a farm.
No, I don't think. And now they live in California. They don't even live on these.
Shane, there's some truth in that. He said I'm the messiest kid.
Yeah, I mean,
There's some truth.
You do better than
There's
the
some
kids
truth.
with cleaning up, but
But every day and every way I'm getting better. I have to tell myself
yeah,
that.
and the
I
garage
am
is
trying.
still looking good.
I am. I've been focused every day on picking up that garage every day. Like irritable Justin.
Slave driver Rebecca.
I told on you in the chat while you were talking. But anyway, no. Can you change? All the people I'm listening to says you can change. Zig Ziglar.
You can totally change.
Miss Mama Rhodes here. Who else? I'm listening to Stephen Covey now. The seven habits of highly successful people classic. Think and Grow Rich. Self-talk. How to Win Friends and Influence People. You can change, one step at a time, one day at a time. Every day and every way we're getting better. So I am changing with the garage. How long do you think it's gonna last before I start letting things slip in the garage?
I don't know.
It
Slave
is like
driver Rebecca will come out.
One thing falls on the floor and you're like, oh, it'll be okay. Or you notice one thing and you just walk right by it because you're in a hurry. But then it adds up to 2, 3, 4. So how is it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen this time?
Well,
Am I a changed man?
I'm on the farm now, cracking
That's
my
true.
whip.
That's true. See, she admitted it.
Well, and I will come and clean up like I swept. I've already swept in the garage.
Yeah.
So I'm
Liz
trying
is
to
going
keep
with
things.
my if Casey were a farmer
She
thing.
says
Yeah.
it would be farm.
Instead of this boosted board, I would come down the Mount Hill on my mountain board. Come get the cows. Go after the cows on my mountain board.
Bless it. Okay, what's the best way to get rid of worms in chickens? I don't know, because I don't, people have all these, I don't know. We never really experienced worms that I've seen. But pumpkin seed tincture, Amy Fuel wrote a blog post, I believe, on pumpkin seed tincture. And that is supposed to, you can feed them pumpkins. And garlic is a good dewormer. Land of Havilah has a dewormer. I would say
What would you do if it happened to you?
I would move them on
Yeah.
pasture
One
daily.
time, are we talking about chickens?
Yeah.
One time we had chickens die right over there at the barn.
Well, they didn't have worms though.
And they just started,
They just started dying.
They started panting.
Started panting,
and
and
then
then
they
their
would
neck
die.
would go crazy.
2 or 3 died. Were you around then, Jonah?
Well, he was
and-
born, but he was little.
You were probably on my back. We went over there on my back, and we picked up that Premier One fence, and we got the coop. We moved them, and I fixed it.
Well, we also cleaned the coop really well.
Yeah.
And I want to say that we sanitized it in the sun.
Yeah.
And
Hey, this is
And
a
we got
good
rid of
rule.
it.
Shane's making up rules. Shane says, make a rule every room you enter, put 3 things away very soon. Everywhere is clean. All right, I'm going to put 3 things away right now. This
Okay.
napkin. This
so
receipt.
diatomaceous
This
earth.
cup.
Okay, great. Is a good way to worm too. But I will say that I would move them regularly. If they are in a static run, I would do deep mulch. And Land of Havilah also has a good dewormer. Okay. Could you talk a little about the differences between hobby farming, homesteading, and farming? Size, money made. We're just starting out, and I'm often asked what we are doing. I answered each of those at different time. I'm so grateful I found your family. Thank you, Amy. Okay. So a hobby farm would be just something that you do as a hobby, but you still buy all your groceries at the grocery store, I think. I don't know. Adam says, I'm going to put you away. Rebecca will put Justin away. He would like that too much, unfortunately.
Yes, I would.
He wants to go to his bedroom and sit and go to sleep.
Please.
He doesn't want to have to
Put me in
clean
timeout.
up. Okay.
Let everything magically get done.
She wants to know the difference between hobby farm, homesteading, and farming. Farming, I would say, would be like making money. Like, that's your job.
Yeah.
Like, you sell to people, and that's your job. Homesteading is, well, what would you say hobby farming was? I said it would be like you farm and you do it as a hobby, but you still buy all your groceries at the grocery store. Like, you're not really.
I see hobby farmers as almost like it's a pet. They're not. It's maybe not a significant or even much of a part of their food source
or of their life.
Yeah, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's certainly not what we're doing.
Homesteading,
but
I would say, is more like you're really trying hard at it, but it's not your job.
But
and you're only producing food for yourself.
Yeah.
You're not necessarily producing it for other people.
So it's hard, and it's opinionated too, I guess. It's like,
yeah, it doesn't really matter, really.
But you could be a homesteader like Ken, and you're growing container gardens.
Yeah.
And you got a beehive, and that's it. You can be a homesteader and be growing 5% of your food.
We don't sell to anyone.
You can be a homesteader and grow 100% of your food. It's funny. Do you guys get this? Let's have a talk about this. It's fun. Is this the end? Or do we have a whole nother sheet?
We have this one. That's it.
Okay, so we have a few minutes to talk. So real-time talk here with everybody. I want everybody to participate with this talk. So this is a great question. So I was returning our rental truck in Asheville Enterprise after getting the sheep. And I had the camera, and he said, well, what are you doing? And a lot of times they'll know. They'll like, you YouTubing? And I'll be like, yeah. And he said, what do you YouTube about? And I said, homesteading. And he looked at me and he said, oh, may I ask what homesteading is? I was put on the spot. And I said, well, we're just growing most of our own food. And so that was my definition in that moment. And it was just real short. And it just means we're growing. Now, a lot of times, but you know what his another question was after that? Mm-hmm. What do you think his other question was, Adam?
Do you sell your products?
No.
Why do you ask
Are
that?
you off grid?
Are you off
I
grid?
said, I love the grid. We're growing you should see how many freezers I've got. If we're going to grow, we eat meat at every meal, and we've grown. Do you realize this?
Yeah.
100% of our meat is off this land now.
I know, it's great.
It just kind of snuck up on us, but that's something to celebrate.
It is.
But we got 5, 6 freezers. We just built a cool room.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 freezers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the thing for me, though. We love the grid, but some people don't. Some people hate the grid.
Yeah, and that's okay.
And
but,
they want to get off of it, and that's fine. But it doesn't make you a homesteader or not. You can have the grid.
Yes.
You can only grow 1% of your own food.
I was just gonna say that. So I want people to say this, or I want to say this. I feel like being a homesteader is a state of mind. It is not necessarily how much food you grow. Like, because people will say, oh, well, I want to be a homesteader, but I don't have this, and this. And I'm like, no. That's not it. Like, you don't have to have a milk cow to be a homesteader. Do homesteaders have milk cows? Yes. But you don't have to have that. Like, it's definitely a state of mind. I feel like it's a way of thinking almost. Right? To be a homesteader. Will you get us
the plug for this? Yeah, because, it could be a basil in a pot. I used to tell people when they would come out here to mountain board, we used to do mountain boarding lessons, and I would emphasize a point. I would say, are you a mountain boarder? And many of them coming Most of them, no, I'm not a mountain boarder. And I'll say, at the end of the day, when did you become a mountain boarder? And some of them still thinking, I'm not a mountain boarder, and they wouldn't raise their hand or whatever. And I'm thinking, no, you were a mountain boarder the minute you put your foot on that board and it rolled one length. So you are a homesteader the minute you took that seed pack and dropped it in that pot. You don't have to be 100% meat sufficient like us. A lot of people are talking about the grid, so this is fun. Go grid, go grid, Dell says. A lot of people loving the grid. Did I release something here, letting people free to admit that we all love the grid?
Yes. Yes, it's okay to love the grid.
Maybe. Okay.
Because this is it. If we were to go off grid, we would have to have so much power. Because I'm not getting rid of my dryer, y'all. I love my dryer.
She likes a dryer.
I like my dryer.
Do you like a hair dryer?
I like my hair dryer.
Okay.
When we were on the bus, that was hard. That was hard.
So
I
listen,
like a
if
hair
we
dryer.
went off the grid, we could do it. We did in the bus, but it's expensive. Well, you'd have to get a generator the size of our Suburban.
Yes. Okay, so somebody's saying we should do solar. Okay, so there's some different things with solar.
Yeah.
One being EMF, that there is EMFs coming off of the solar panels. So I don't know how that would work.
You're going to poop the party.
But I will say this. The thing is that with solar, and Justin has always said this, it's so expensive to get that it doesn't really... It would take us so long to get our money back on it. So that's why we've never done solar. I mean, we did solar in the bus, and it was kind of great, but I don't know.
Not
we
very
fried
technical like that.
Well, we
here's
fried
the thing.
our batteries in the bus.
But you gotta
because we have no
remember,
idea what we're doing.
This goes into your priorities and perspective talk.
Yes.
Because why did you get into homesteading? Everybody has different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
For us, it was to save money. We saw that we were. Yeah, she laughs because we ain't saving no money now. It's like it could be just as expensive. But now our reason has changed. Our reason is total health. It's all about health.
Yeah.
And because when we both got sick, we're like, money doesn't matter if your health is gone. You will go into credit card debt, food assistance, sell the farm if you have to, if your health is bad.
Where's the cord? Because our computer's about to go out.
I don't know. It's probably back on my computer desk or in the office. So, guys, I hope this show doesn't cut out. We only got 5%. Maybe she can find the show. But anyway, you get into homesteading. So say it's for money. Well, guess what? If you eat meat at every meal and it's got to be organic or beyond organic, that's very expensive. Guys, our it could be $2,000 to $3,000 a month. It can be crazy. And how much is a power bill? $200. So for somebody coming at it a money angle, what's more efficient? What's better? Suck it up. Get the grid. Grow your own meat. Store it in your 7 freezers. We might lose you. Should we just wrap it up?
I hate this. We're having fun. Where is
well, then
it?
you
Where
do.
did
You
we
take
use
the
it
show.
last?
I'm done with my rant. Let's give them a chance.
Yeah, let's
Maybe
hear
read
what
some
you
of their
guys have to
I'll find
say.
the board.
Our electricity costs in Australia have skyrocketed, so solar over time is a good deal. Let's see. Let's go. Solar panels on our roofs and wind turbines up on the mountain. I mean, we looked into all this. I want to say that they gave us like crazy. Where was it? He's being mean.
It's a computer.
Well, we should have it in a place. It should have a place, and then I would know right where it was. Punk. We love our AC in North Carolina too.
Yes.
Like someone says, I love my AC in Florida.
Irritable Justin.
And without the grid, none of us would be able to have a live show or YouTube. Exactly.
You know, somebody came to my house, one of the visitors earlier on, and he worked for an AC company, and he comes in and he looks around, he understood me as a permaculturalist, and he came in and he said he's surprised I had AC. I should have said, I'm surprised you work for an AC company. No, put it down. We love the grid.
We
love the grid.
We love the grid.
We came out. We came out with it.
It was one of the things Justin put away was the cord.
Yeah, right where it goes,
Apparently.
Adam. It was plugged into the wall where we had the laptop. Where did you look?
I looked on the table.
Okay.
You need a new desk. You know,
Okay,
you can search the
You
Google.
have some people on your team.
You can
Stan.
search the Google and find you a desk.
Okay.
You don't need me.
I know.
Okay.
She does have me on a fold out. I'm editing all these videos on a fold out table.
It's Jerry.
We should have them intervene for us right now.
I know, right?
Yeah, you got me on a Jerry
solar
table.
next year. Lots of tax credits in Minnesota for us. It's one of okay. We would like to have enough solar to run the important things when storm kicks out our power.
Yeah.
So
just tell them to get the
we
EMF
want-
blocker.
yeah, we want. Some Dale says, I guess he was expecting dirt floors too. I know, right?
I'm surprised you have floors. You're supposed to be this permaculture purist, I guess. I guess he was really looking for a purist.
Oh, yeah. Was he surprised you had indoor plumbing?
Right. Everybody's rolling with it now, right? I didn't have a compost toilet.
I know, right? Well, we were actually going to put compost toilets in after the tour.
Yeah,
We
I
enjoyed
mean,
ours.
you
I
can
think
have-
that was
you
one
can have
thing
a
we
nice
would like to
compost
do.
toilet.
Mr. Google Pants, find Justin a desk. I know, bless
Right?
it.
How many hours do I spend editing? 3, 4?
Wow.
20 hours a week
Wow.
on a fold-out table.
It's,
I'd have put it
it's
in the blog.
doing just fine.
I'd have complained. No, it's all right.
I know.
I don't seem to mind it.
I know, right?
We're having to buy enough stuff right now for these sheep and for the pig butchering. That was a big surprise. You know, how'd that...
Well-
did we answer everybody's question?
Oh no, we
Because
didn't.
we got to wrap this up
Yes,
soon, guys.
somebody
I'm so
says
sorry.
you could get one at IKEA, but the thing is, it has to roll. It has to be a rolling desk, and he wants it to be a stand-up desk. He has.
No, it has to be both.
He
Stand
has
up and
ideas.
sit down, 'cause I
He
only
has
like to stand for
ideas.
like 2 minutes.
Okay, let Jonah build you one.
No, you're giving Jonah a hard time.
I am. Okay, let's see.
Where is Jonah? Oh, he went into
He went
chores.
outside. What is your favorite cool season crop to grow? Greens. I love me some greens.
Yes, good question.
Love me some greens.
And it's hard to grow greens in the summer.
Yeah.
So enjoy the greens in the summer. Like
And
you
the-
love it that there's lettuce coming out of there and Swiss chard.
Collards.
And collards.
Kale. I think kale's coming. I'm not
Yeah,
even sure.
Good question. All right.
Also, what crops would you grow for a limited amount of space?
So what is the
Whatever
most
you like
efficient?
to eat.
Greens are the most efficient. So whatever Casey Oswich is growing, whatever Curtis Stone likes to grow, J.M. Fortier, they focus on these high efficiency, low space kind of crops. So I would look to them for further crop guidance. Those guys know how to grow a lot of stuff in small amount of spaces.
Okay, I want to say this. Jonah is a great kid, and I didn't mean that. It's more of the attention span. Like, he gets into it for like an hour, and then he goes out.
wants
He's
something that
11.
he can build
So,
in 1 hour.
yeah.
Like this thing. Wait till you see the vlog tomorrow, guys. He built this thing that we can move the chickshaw around now with the mower.
Yeah.
It
he
absolutely
is
blew my
amazing.
mind. I couldn't think of that. But it was something he could build in less than an hour.
Yes. So that's the thing with Jonah. He's a great builder, and he's
Yeah.
wonderful, but the attention span is not there yet. Like, the follow through, that's what I was thinking. Because people have contacted us, like, they want him to build them like a chickshaw. And while he could totally do it, it would take him a really long time. And he's 11. Like, I don't need to put the pressure on him to be like, you have to do this. So,
Someone
guilt.
says,
No,
what
there's
are your
no mom guilt. I wanted to say that because I did make a face, and I do.
Yeah, and you
He's a
don't
great.
want
He's a great
anybody
kid.
to misunderstand you.
Yes, he's a great
so you have
kid.
to. Okay, so what do we think about aquaculture? I guess which is agriculture in the water. So I think it's great. I think it can be very efficient. I don't have no problems with it. It's just I haven't needed it because we have so
we have the
haven't needed the
space.
efficiency that aquaculture can provide.
Mm-hmm. If we lived in town and we needed that, then we would.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
we got all this
Daniel
land.
says Jonah blows his mind. Wait till you see his contraption tomorrow. Blew my mind.
I know he is amazing. He's amazing.
All right.
Like
Could
I
you-
worked with him this afternoon, and we worked. He worked with me just as hard as I did. I was blown away. He's amazing. Okay. Where did you learn to edit videos and what editing program did you use? I actually taught him everything he knows. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, we learned the, what do you call it? The bricks and mortar of it just by going to doityourselfvideoguy.com, and we bought the $300 Adobe Premiere. Get Adobe Premiere editing software. It's $20 a month. Because somebody else asked that. What's your editing software? It's Adobe Premiere. You can sign up for it by the month. It's what the movie makers use, and it's quick. See, even if you don't need like the fancy movie making, you're not going to color, you're not going to do any digital tricks. It doesn't matter. It's quick. It processes the footage fast. It's got awesome shortcuts, and you'll be happy with it in the long run, even if you're doing simple things. Like I showed this one guy how easy it could be to vlog. I don't do it this way. I don't like the easy. But you could do an Instagram story type of vlog where you just do little 15-second updates throughout your day with a camera, and then get 2 dozen of those shots and drop it into a timeline in Adobe Premiere, and you're just basically cutting the front and the back of it, of each clip, and just putting it together. Well, that took 26 minutes in Adobe Premiere. So if I always tell people that if that's their excuse, and it's usually not, it's usually not, because I'll tell them, well, you can edit in 30 minutes, and I've even showed people, and they don't go vlog, but it doesn't matter. The point I'm making here is Adobe Premiere, because it can be quick, no matter if you're going to do short or get fancy. And then we just watched other vloggers, not other homesteading vloggers necessarily, but other like really good vloggers and storytellers. Back when Casey Neistat was doing daily vlogs, he has nothing to do with homestead. It's absolute opposite. It was like New York City. But it was kind of interesting. But we weren't. It was kind of interesting to us because it was New York City, complete opposite life. But we weren't watching for that. I mean, it was nice that it was entertaining because we could say, well, why is this so entertaining?
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of things I do now that were inspired by him as far as style. But you want the nuts and bolts, do-it-yourself video guy. And then I always try to get better every day. Always try to, and I love it. So we found something that we love. I miss it when I have the 2 days off. I'm happy to get back. Ask Rebecca if you don't believe me. If you want to know if you found your dream job, do you miss it? Are you glad to go back to work on Monday? If not, you haven't found your dream job. So in this economy, I encourage you to keep looking, because I think it can happen. In America and in this economy, it sure can happen. Camera recommendations. Yes, absolutely. Camera recommendations for a beginner or a 4-year vlogger like myself. The Canon M50. It's entry-level price, $700, $800. If you get add the wide-angle lens, and by the time you get the... Where is my camera? Will you get my camera, please, Jonah? By the time you get the little Joby tripod and the external mic for it, you're at $1,000. And it's amazing. And I use it as my daily shooter, but wouldn't you recommend it to a beginner too? For sure. Yeah. It's just a little thing. I used to, there was a point where I was a more high production camera, but I'm just like, this gets the story done. I can even hook this up to a fiber tough post, a single post. And I did it to you today. We put a time lapse on you, and we just put this on a post and let it roll. It's in the notes. It's going to be in the show notes. Ken linked it earlier. It's to my kits. So I also have all my filmmaking equipment, and I put the M50 and this mic in this Joby tripod and this wide angle. See, that's what's cool about this M50 is you can take the lens off. You can change out the lens. You could get a zoom lens. You can get the standard lens, or you can have the wide angle lens like what I've got. That means you can be pretty close and it not be weird. And the thing is, it's a low profile. So if you want to go in the hospital, like you guys are going to the hospital, like you want to go in the hospital or Walmart or the power company to pay your bill, your grid bill, and and you want to go low profile, look at this.
Play your grid bill.
Look at this. It's low profile then. And then you don't look so what do you call it when you really think highly of yourself? It's a little weird going through Target like this, right? It's a little weird. It can make you feel like you're kind of full of yourself. Because I'm too good to film myself on an iPhone. I got to film myself on a
You're not
rig.
too good. Oh my gosh. You're a dork.
All right.
That's why I love you.
All right. Did we answer everybody's questions? Yes, we ended on a good note there. You got me started on the camera and the blog and talk. All right, guys, we are going to wrap it up. The Ninos will be home any soon. I know you guys get started early in the morning. I know we do. I know I need to hope, guys. I had to build a turkey shawl today for the guineas because, long story, you'll see it in the vlog tomorrow. The guineas are out. They're nesting or they're perching on the chicken tractor. They're going to get picked off by an owl. So we build them a turkey shawl, and we're hoping they get under it tonight. Do you think they'll get under it and get from the owl?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Hey, Jonah. Jonah. Did you do chores yet?
Yeah, the guineas did not get their guinea shawl.
Where did
Aw,
the guineas
man.
go?
On top of the thing.
I gave them a guinea shawl right next to the chicken tractor.
They're on the chicken tractor?
All right, well, we're going to catch them, and we're going to put them in the chicken tractor, okay? I caught 2 last night. I let one guinea out. I'll give you a spoiler alert for tomorrow. One guinea got out on like Friday. And then I had this idea that because that one guinea was trying to get back in, we couldn't herd it back in because it'd run off if we came back out there. I said, okay, at dusk, I'll open the door. And all the other guineas will stay in there. And the 7th one will go. Nope, they all got out. And so I caught 2 last night, perched on the tractor, caught them. Because they're lethargic or whatever at night. And I put 2 in, and maybe I'll go catch 2 more.
Let's go put them on the guinea
I wish
shawl.
I could take you guys with us. I will. I'll take you with us. We'll record it, and we'll put it in tomorrow's vlog. You want to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you fresh.
And if we can catch them, here's the plan. So we can get those guineas back in the chicken tractor, and then we'll put the Premier One shocker knot fence around them during the day, right? So they'll probably fly right over it, but put that around them for a few days, and then remove the chicken tractor
There you go.
out of sight.
You get so excited.
And then they'll get up on that turkey shawl. You think?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Ken, for answering people's questions about when we're doing the show. Next show, 2 weeks, guys. 1st and 3rd Sunday. Thank you, Ken. 7 p.m. Eastern. Next show with the Hollars.
Yes.
If all goes well. So bring your quit the rat race, start a homestead questions, okay? And we'll have a lot of fun with them.
Oh, yeah.
So thank you guys for being members. We love and appreciate you. You guys help us get all this stuff done because we couldn't do it without you. This is now our career, creating content for you guys. And we love it and we appreciate it. And we like that we're inspiring so many people. And I just want to say you guys are a part of that. Like when somebody gets on the vlog and says, I'm 14 and now I want to be a farmer, thanks to you. It's thanks to you guys too, okay? Because you make this happen. We could not do this without the member area. We could not make homestead content creation our full-time job without you guys. And we could not inspire so many people without you guys. So thank you so much for that. We appreciate you. There's not a day that goes by we aren't thankful for each and every one of you guys. We really feel like you would do anything for us in a pinch. We really feel a sense of family, and I hope you do too. And so thank you so much for that. My dad thanked everybody in the vlog the other day in the hospital, and it was heartfelt and genuine, and I think every bit of it was true. That the people care for my dad and us just like family, so...
Somebody said, did you all talk about the HOA meetup? We didn't.
So, when are we supposed to talk about that?
I don't know.
Okay,
It's
at
Friday.
at the Homeowners Association meeting. No, at the Homesteaders of America meeting, we are going to have a members-only meetup. We're gonna have to send out an email about that. We need to send out an email. So it's only for members. And it is going to be on Friday. We took a vote on Facebook. People wanted Friday because there's nothing going on during lunch.
Yeah, and there's a seed saving swap
for an
on
hour
Saturday.
during lunch. It's not to meet us, guys, because you can meet us throughout the entire event. You can meet us before or after any of our talks. We're going to have a booth. We're going to be signing DVDs. And you come to this, though. Come to the members only meetup to meet each other. So we're going to put everybody in corners based on region of where they live or based on state, because maybe it's only East Coast people, I don't know, that come to Homesteaders of America. But that will be to meet each other, because there's nothing, I mean, there's not much more exciting things than us being able to create community. And so we're all going to be wandering around, and you're going to just be passing each other and not even know it. So you'll know us, but you won't know
Adam says he's coming.
Ken's coming. Adam's coming. Who's coming to Homesteaders of America? If you can't afford it, you can come as a volunteer. They've told me. So contact Homesteaders of America. So we got Ken, Adam. Oh, you're not sure because Adam's so cheeky. You're not sure if he's telling you the truth.
It is in Front
Oh wow!
Royal.
Some people don't know about it. It's near
link.
Washington D.C. Rebecca will drop the link.
It'll be amazing.
And this time our kids are coming. So
yes, we're bringing the kids.
If
this
you come
time.
to our booth, we'll have a booth right outside the big tent where we're speaking. We have 2 talks, Friday and Saturday.
Well, you have 2
One's
talks.
I can't put you up there with me.
Well, if you
and we're
want
on the
me
panel.
to.
So we'll be talking about designing your best homestead ever in one talk. So it'll be an intro to permaculture design. That's fun.
Adam says next year.
And well, Adam, we can't guarantee we'll be there next year, buddy. We know we're going this year.
We'll be
So
that's a bummer. The Rizzas will only be there on Saturday, not on Friday.
I know. I was bummed out about that. I mean, I did that survey, and a lot of people couldn't come on Saturday, but most people voted for Friday, so I had to go with the majority.
We can look at trying to make a video of the, like, do you want to do, are you thinking of a live, or are you saying just make a video? Because the thing is, the problem, and it might work, I don't know, we have to test the internet speed when we get there.
Yeah.
Would be the internet speed.
Oh, that would be cool.
But maybe we can.
We could go live to Facebook.
Get live. Maybe it's at the Facebook page.
But
to our group.
The whole point is that people would meet each other. Mm-hmm. So if we live on Facebook, which we could, at least people could kind of see each other.
You should
see some of the
skip
other
Rachel.
members.
Rachel and Daniel Rizza should skip work on Friday. She says some of us has to go to work on Friday.
That's fun. They're both on there. They're both in the chat. That's fine.
Are you guys in the same room on separate devices, or are you on the same? That's funny. Okay. All right, guys. We will see what we can do about doing it. But if you want to go, but you can't afford the tickets, volunteer. You only have to volunteer for a short amount of time. You don't have to volunteer the entire time. We should make member area T-shirts.
Get on it, Daniel.
Daniel, send me some ideas, cause I'm like, I want to do some shirts. I want to get on that, do a bonfire thing for like the holidays.
I would like to,
and
I would like to have, because we're kind of premiering Permaculture Pigs in October.
Yeah.
Trying. So couldn't we have a Pigs for Everyone shirt by the time we get to Homesteaders?
I don't know.
Pigs for Everyone.
Maybe, if we can get it together. We've never done one of these bonfire things. Does Bonfire have organic T-shirts? They do.
So these are third-party services that can make.
But they want a members
organic
tee.
Shirts.
How can we do a members tee?
I don't know.
What would
I
it
told Daniel
say?
to get on it.
What would it
Come on.
say? Like,
put it on Daniel.
We're in the coolest member area.
Put it on him.
Daniel, send me ideas.
Did we lose our mic?
Send me ideas. No, people
Okay.
are still. Send me ideas for a member area shirt. Send them to me on Instagram.
And then say,
Rebecca.Rhodes.
That's a great idea, Daniel. Go for it.
Or you could send them to me on member area. Slave driver Rebecca. My shirt will say slave driver and his will say irritable. I like it.
Irritable Justin.
I will try to come up with something good.
Oh, thank you, Browser Journal. Somebody in here loves me.
I love you too.
Irritableness and all.
You're handsome.
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
Oh.
I would probably wear a shirt with Justin's face on it. That'd be hilarious. Mike McCarty.
We just planted.
We just planted.
We love the grid. I love it.
We Homestead, and we love the grid.
I
The
like
road
that.
spots.
I like
See,
them.
they're coming up with
I like
t-shirt
Mike
ideas,
Bacardi's. We just planted because that's what our thing is. It's like
Yeah.
we're like just plant, and so
Yeah.
the people who did it, and then it could say
That's
like
true.
members only.
Are we gonna be those people? Are we gonna be those people?
Oh
Members
no!
only people?
She says that we love Uncle Justin is what the T-shirt should say.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
Yeah, Uncle Justin.
Yeah, I didn't realize. Members only, he says.
I like it.
Yeah, it could be an inside joke here.
Justin's
like irritable
flag.
Justin. They got some members inside.
I
jokes
like that we
going
just
on.
planted. I really like
Yeah,
that.
that's good.
We'll see. He's. There's so many things to do, y'all. I'm gonna actually call Bonfire and talk to them.
Roadies.
I
We
like
are
that.
roadies.
We are the
Tina, so
roadies. I
yeah,
like
the
it.
Rhodes fans can be roadies. I like that.
But we do love you and Rebecca. She says
Aw.
that. Well, thank you.
They made sure that you got included in
I
all
know.
that. Okay.
I appreciate that.
All right. Well, we better let people go as much as we don't want to. This is so much fun.
I know.
We enjoy it every time. Thank you guys. Hopefully you had as much fun.
Roadies.
It'll be cool to all be under the same tent at the
Yes,
Homesteaders.
it will be fun.
We've already talked to Amy Fuel. She's going to give us a place to do that at, and so just keep it us though. Keep it the members. I mean, if you have family or friend with you, that's fine. But we're not making this a public thing because
we want you guys to meet each other.
You guys to meet each other. So
Oh, I like
and it's
that.
just
All
one
roads
extra
lead to
thing.
Homestead.
we don't mind eating carrots.
Adam, you're
Not
so
letting the carrots die.
cheeky. Let the carrots die.
Our forever homestead, country roads, country roads.
We
You should make some that say we are Jonah fans.
Jonah says we love kombucha. That's what it should be.
This is bad because
Jonah for president.
Yeah, that
You
one.
like that
Jonah
one?
for president.
He likes
that
that
would
one.
be funny.
Okay.
All right, I gotta get my
Okay.
phone because my mom's texting.
Aw, thank you, Nicholas, for becoming a member. I hope you've enjoyed it and it's worth it. Stay tuned, guys. We got some cool stuff coming in the member area. Make sure you've checked the videos lately. We've added members from the Fit Farmer, from Case, Hollar video coming this month, but already we put up Jason's video, and who else? We put up Alumna's video, guys. So go check out the video library, and enjoy the content there too. So text me anytime between now and the next webinar if you need help, guys. Just give me a text. I check it usually right before I start editing, and while I'm editing. So you got a good 2 to 3 hour window there. Usually around noon to 4 p.m. Eastern time. So if you text me tonight, you might not get an answer till tomorrow afternoon. But you might, if you text tomorrow afternoon, you might actually get an answer right away. So, all right.
All right, guys. I have no idea how to turn this off.
Well, I guess they get to watch us talk about that.
Wait,
for a few
no,
seconds.
no.
Hold on, that won't work.
Won't